Welcome back to the Battlefront Alliance, and more news regarding everything around Battlefront 2, the crazy resurgence, insane player counts, more developers responding, and much, much more. So let's get into it. So yesterday, if you did not see on Steam, Battlefront reached 17,668 concurrent players at once, with all platforms combined, putting up around 329,000 players on the Battlefront at one time. At one point, the numbers were so crazy that the servers could not handle the community. And the servers went down. This was after I went to bed for the day, so I'm not sure what the official numbers were at that point. But yeah, we crashed the servers for Battlefront 2. And at first, when I saw these posts, I kind of thought it was a joke until I saw a few more legit accounts posting about this. But yeah, the servers actually did go down at one point for Battlefront 2. I believe they are back up now. This gameplay is recorded on co-op after, so obviously I was able to get back online for that. But yeah, if that doesn't send a message, I do not know what will. Incredible to see from the community really banding together here to make our voice heard. And this post by Elliot really does explain just the insanity that was yesterday. Peaked at over 300,000 concurrent players, overloaded the official game servers, multiple developers said they would return to the franchise, and multiple big media outlets have started covering this game. So yeah, let's start out with his second to last point there being more developers coming out. So we talked about, I believe his name was Matt Helg, apologies if I'm saying that wrong, and as well as Dennis Branville. They were talking about the series, and there had been rumblings that a lot of the former ex-developers of this game would, in the right circumstance, be willing to come back. No matter if they're already on another project or whatever, working on another studio, that they would be willing to, at least hear out what would happen for a Battlefront 3. Another developer just last night, once again, added to this speculation. As the former lead animator of the game posted yesterday, loving the renewed hype around Battlefront 2, I was the lead animator on the game. If Battlefront 3 ever happens, I would love to return. This team was excellent, the community feedback loop was the best I've ever seen in my career. So many ideas left on the table. If that doesn't encourage you, I don't know what will. Like we've been seeing, this isn't just, like one guy saying this. This is multiple people. Now we're at least 3 that have publicly stated their willingness to return. And I'm sure in the background there's quite a few more. But yeah, extremely interesting to see all these ex-developers, ex-employees of the former Battlefront game posting about their willingness to return. I can only take that as an encouraging sign. Then the last piece of news that I wanted to touch on here today is regarding some of the media coverage specifically on socials. There's been some very big accounts covering this whole movement regarding Battlefront 2, and some of the impression counts have been out of this world insane. So on Twitter/X in particular, the accounts for Discussing Film and Culture Crave. They're 2 very, very big accounts that, just kind of follow whatever is going on, the latest news. And they've been just racking up insane impressions. So this was regarding developers coming back to Battlefront 2. Culture Crave, 3.1 million impressions in just over a day. Discussing Film has 6.1 million, basically double. If you add those together, we're at 9.2 million impressions in just over a day regarding Star Wars Battlefront? Like, that's unheard of. Closing in on 10 million impressions just from those 2 accounts combined. And they've been a huge part of, covering this movement and getting it out to people. A lot of people just that are more or less casuals of this game might not have seen this whole resurgence. They may have not jumped on yesterday during Resurgence Day to add to the numbers. So it's really good to see that, even like news outlets and stuff are starting to cover this too, which again is crazy. But the more coverage we can get, the more attention that we can grab, it's only going to mean good things for the future. I think that's going to do it though for today's Battlefront update. Again, I don't know what's next. Like, everything is so unpredictable right now. I don't expect anything really official from EA anytime soon, but honestly, who knows? Who knows what's next? We will all find out together, though.